So I've had the chance to interview Jay Park a handful of times, and he's an awesome dude. Last time, before the pandemic, we talked about retiring and I taught him some Aussie slang. But this time, we covered a lot more ground. We talked about the retirement thing a little bit more, but he's got a new K-pop group that he's launching next year, and heaps more. Enjoy the conversation.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been about 5 years to be exact.
Yeah, you're looking good, bro.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, it's all the lighting. Well, yeah, good to see you again. I don't know if you remember, but last time you were in Australia 5 years ago, you donated $60,000 to a fire cause, a charity. Do you remember that? Or
I do, because it was because the fires, right?
yes.
Yes, I remember that.
And
you taught me like a bunch of words, like Dunna or something like that, right?
yeah. I have a few more this time round because you did so well last time. I just thought, I'll just make it a little bit harder. But
Right.
how have you been? Congratulations on all your new music. What have you been up to?
Yeah, man. I mean, I just put out a single called Remedy, and I just been touring, and just try to do the CEO thing as well, and then we're at More Vision. We're producing the idol groups, so a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, I love the new track. It does, the music video gives me some We Like to Party metronome vibes, like 12 years ago.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit darker than the stuff that I usually do these days, for sure.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about filming that, and it's action packed.
Yeah. So I've released a lot of songs, and I've written mostly my own music, and I feel like even though I'm proud of the stuff that I've been making, I feel like I needed to challenge myself as an artist. And so I went to LA and did a bunch of sessions, kind of put myself out there in unfamiliar territory. And then, so I worked with Brian Lee on that song, who's worked with a bunch of, big major artists like Justin Bieber, Post Malone, like Lady Gaga. And then, and so that's usually not a style that I would do, but he kind of brought that to the table, and I was like, all right, let's give it a go. And then so Remedy came out, and then it just sounds like a big song, right? And even the lyrics, it's like a little bit, most of my stuff is, especially my R&B stuff, is a little bit more lighthearted. It's a little bit more chill. It's like you could just dance and vibe to, as where this one, like the lyrics are kind of very hardcore almost, right? And so, we needed to do the visuals justice. And so my performance director came in with this crazy choreography, because he actually did a lot of what is it, choreography for the zombie scenes in like Kingdom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like All of Us Are Dead. And so so he kind of knows like that, what to do and how to make it kind of look eerie but look cool at the same time. And so he also asked this actress Chonui, who we kind of went viral for our moment at this award show where I was singing to her, and she was kind of like just vibing out. And so I was like, yo, like, do you want to work on this together? But then instead of like it being all like lovey-dovey, like we kill each other, And so I wanted to make that twist. And so, I think it came out really good. And it kind of does give like, the old school, like Abandoned, like metronome, those type of vibes, but in like a more modern and polished setting. So
and you know what? It looked a bit of a showreel for you to become an action star, We could totally see you. There was rumors going around that you auditioned for Marvel movies. Is that a true rumor?
I wish. Hey, if Marvel is watching this, I'm ready.
Well, which character would you like to play, or which universe would you want to be in?
Asian Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Asian Tony Starks.
Yeah, right, wow. I don't know if you can see my TV in the back. Do you know what music video that is?
Yesterday.
It is Yesterday, yeah. Talking about the fact that you got most of your tattoos removed for that. What was that like? And did you feel, hang on a minute, I look all right, pretty clean? I could get used to this.
No, for sure. Yeah. So the director of that music video, that was the first music video for the series of like the J Park season, like leading up to my album, the R&B album. And so it was one of those things where, okay, like I've been teasing this R&B album for like 5 years. It's finally coming out. You know, I've been doing a lot of stuff as an entrepreneur, CEO. Now it's like I gotta get back to the music artist, and so you know, how about like we cover up all your tattoos so that like it's like a okay, full circle moment. Like yo, like this is so you can remind people of how you started and what you were, right? And so I think that's kind of like the reasoning behind it. And it took about like 3-4 hours to cover it all up with makeup. And yeah, I mean for me, if let's say like I had a choice, like okay, like if you could erase all your tattoos right now, would you? I would.
Oh, whoa.
But at the same time, I would. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I don't mind them. It's part of my kind of look and my identity as well. So,
Yeah, I also know that you haven't seen some of your tattoos in a while, like when they're on the back of your arm and stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yes, I guess you don't see them that often. And you did say once that you wouldn't have mind a tattoo right here.
yeah, no, but so now, I want to be a little bit more low key. So, before I was like, yeah, I want to get a tattoo here and maybe one of my, I said, no, like now I'm just all right. Like,
Yeah, like
I just want to be low key. Yeah. Like just chill. Like, yeah. So.
yeah. In terms of your entrepreneurial ventures, you've done AOMG, you've done higher, and obviously you got more vision now. Tell us a bit about what's different now in terms of what have you taken a lot from what you've learned from your last couple of companies, and how you're going to make this one different.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think with AOMG Higher Music, it was more kind of like almost like a mom and pop shop type label, where it's just like it's more about us and the people that we started with, and it's very small and it's all family, and it wasn't really kind of the relationship wasn't that business heavy, right? It wasn't that business. It's just like we had that personal relationship, and so we built it into a business, and yeah, I mean, and we repped it very, very hard, and it's very near and dear to us, because we did a lot of, we created a lot of history, right? And we were definitely a staple in Asian and Korean hip hop and R&B. But I feel like we did everything that we needed to do together. And what's the next, right? In order for me and everyone else to progress, I have to keep on kind of, I have to push the boundaries, right? I have to push the boundaries. I have to keep on progressing. And so, yeah, I felt like now that K-pop is so global, with, my values and my mindset and what I bring to the table, to pass that on to a group and have that group come out in the K-pop space is something that's important for me and people that are like-minded like myself. And so that's why More Vision, we're producing groups.
Yes. Now, yeah. So you've mentioned exciting news that you've got a K-pop boy group coming out next year, which is huge news. Can you tell us a bit about the group?
Yeah, I mean, they're 4 young, talented kids, and right now they're from age 15 to 19, and they're all taller than me, which I hate. Even the 15-year-old, he's like 184. He's like 6'1". It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's half French, and the other 3 are just full Korean. And yeah, I mean they're dope. They can they write, produce, write their own lyrics. They make their own choreography, and so I'm excited to have them come out and just kind of like a proud dad moment. I can't wait to just like unveil them and just be like, yo, like go take over the world, right? I'm gonna help you. Yeah.
You have mentioned parallels, like a bit like LeBron and having his son play. One day, you could be on stage with your boy group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. So LeBron, he's been 2 decades in, and so they played on the same team.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, even though they're not my sons, we are like, like the youngest, I'm 22 years apart with him, right? I'm 22 years older than him. But, I'm still, as a player, I'm still active. I'm still active. So yeah, that's very possible that, next year, year or two, we do a lot of stuff together.
Yeah. And what lessons are you passing on to them as basically you're the boss that, how other managers have kind of like passed on to you? Like, how are you treating your group?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when it comes to singing and dancing and music, it's like we're into the same stuff, so we communicate very well when it comes to that, right? And we have a lot to learn from each other when it comes to that as well. But just them being young men and being just young human beings, I'm trying to give them the right attitude and mindset in terms of how do you, because they're gonna get famous one day, they're gonna make money, they're gonna have all these people wanting their time, all this temptation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, yo, like, it's very important to just be grateful, right? Be thankful, and it's don't treat other people based on their circumstance, right? There has to be a basic level of just manners and respect. If you want to get respect, you have to give respect, right? And also respect is earned, right? Don't feel entitled just because you're famous or because you have money or you're good looking. You get respect. No, that makes no sense, right? So just certain things that even if they're not singers, right? Even if they're not celebrities, that they would need as young men to become uh, level-headed adults is kind of, and then so don't do this, don't do that, don't. No, like you don't have to be perfect. Just don't do anything that is illegal, right? Or
Yes.
that will linger in your conscience. And so I want to give, like, even this interview, right? The reason why I'm able to do interviews without getting the questions is because it's like, yo, like I know who I am, I know how I think, like I'm able to answer questions. Like I'll hear something and it doesn't have to be rehearsed, right? It's real.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's what I want them to be as well. Like I don't want to uh gatekeep their feelings and their mind just because I think that they're going to say something wrong and it's going to be controversial, right? I want them to have the right mindset so that whatever they say, it comes out from a grounded mindset, and it comes from their heart. And so yeah, it's a funny dynamic that we have. And I always like to troll them as well. I make fun of them all the time. Like it's
Do
like
they
my
ever troll you for being a millennial or
um
being a Gen Z? Like.
yeah, sometimes. Yeah. There are like dad jokes that I do, and they're just like
Yeah.
yeah.
On that note, you've been in the industry for like 18 years. Like,
Yeah.
you've done so much, achieved heaps. Last time we actually spoke 5 years ago, we were talking, there were rumors that you were retiring. And
Yeah.
you said, we'll see how we go in a couple of years, and then the pandemic hit. And
Yeah.
so what's the updated answer to that question now?
So for me, I feel like my version of retiring is like, yo, like, okay, bye guys, you'll never see me again. Not that, but like for me, even though everything I do, I try to stay authentic and I try to stay true to myself. This is still a business, and there still is a sense of professionalism. It is still my job, right? And so I have to be aware of, okay, if I want to promote this song, right, how am I going to get people to listen to it? And I don't want to think about that stuff anymore. And so that's why for me, I want to pass this on to the kids when they're passionate and they have all this energy and they need to go prove themselves. Like, yo, okay, you guys do it now. Me, I'm just gonna be on the beach with the ukulele, making music for the turtles. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's my version of retiring.
Yeah. You've also mentioned that obviously you look after a lot of people, you
Yeah.
support them, there's so many people kind of depending on you and you're happy to look after them. And that's one of the reasons why you've said you stay strong and you got to stay tough. And a lot of your tattoos symbolize that. But in times where, you might feel a bit, down or you're hitting a bit of a wall, how do you overcome those kind of challenges yourself nowadays?
Yeah, no, definitely. I am accountable and for a lot of people. Just because a lot of people they came to more vision or they came to AOMG or they came because of me, right? So basically, like they're following my lead, and so for me, I have to lead them to the right way, right? So that we could all be sustainable and live a nice, happy life. But yeah, obviously, I'm only a human being as well. I have the same 24 hours as everyone else. Maybe my capacity to handle pressure and work is a little bit higher than other people's. But at the same time, yes, I do get I do have doubts sometimes in myself, or I do get discouraged, or I do get burnt out, right? And so, yeah, it's just to find a good balance. Just try to be, like I said, I don't know if you follow my Instagram, but I try to practice being just grateful and thanking God for little things, right? Being able to run, the sky, the river, being able to eat, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, I think having that sense of gratitude, it keeps you motivated. And obviously, I could be like, oh, why me? Why do I have to do it? But for me, I feel like it's just and God just put me in this position because I can handle it and I don't get overwhelmed. And yeah, I trust the process. And even though it's hard at times, I will
You got
cheer
this.
myself up. Yeah, I'll cheer myself up with a bottle of wine.
Yes. Well, J Park, just to wrap up, I'm just gonna ask you to guess this harder slang because last time you killed it. You need to guess what this slang means, okay? Okay. Yeah, nah, that's bloody mint.
Bloody mint. Yeah, nah, that's bloody mint. That's bloody mint. Oh, that's like, yeah, nah, that's bloody mint. No, that's not good.
It's like really awesome.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, nah, it's bloody
Bloody
mint.
mint.
Okay.
Bloody-
Remedy is bloody mint.
Okay. How about nah, that's heaps dog, mate.
Heaps dog?
Heaps,
Heaps
dog, mate.
Heaps dog. Oh, that's not good. Like that is like dog shit? Is that what it is?
Yeah, essentially.
Heaps
Last
dog.
one. Last
One,
one.
Jay, let's go sing some bevies.
Sink some bevies?
Yeah, let's go see
Oh,
some
that means like
babies.
no, that's like let's get a drink.
Yeah.
Alcohol?
Yeah.
Sink some bevies. Hey,
Yeah.
let's go do a shooty, bro.
Thank you so much, Jay. You nailed that one. Can't wait to see you back here in Australia and really appreciate your time and congratulations on all your success.
Hey man, I'll see you in Australia, bro.